Have you ever wondered how the ancient biblical history of Israel is relevant in today's world? Let's embark on a fascinating journey through the annals of time to uncover the significance of Israel, a nation chosen by God as depicted in the Bible. This land, often described as flowing with milk and honey, has been the stage for many momentous events, molding the course of human history and spirituality. Throughout its history, Israel has faced numerous attacks from various enemies, each conflict etched into the pages of the Bible. From the early battles with the Philistines, the onslaught from the mighty Assyrian and Babylonian empires, to the Roman invasion, each event has shaped not just the land of Israel, but the people who call it home. The biblical narratives of Israel's trials and tribulations are not mere historical accounts. These stories illustrate the resilience of a nation, its faith in divine providence, and its survival against the odds, as prophesied in the scriptures. They offer profound insights into the nation's character, its unwavering faith, and its steadfastness in the face of adversity. However, the relevance of these narratives extends beyond the past. The challenges faced by ancient Israel draw striking parallels with the modern-day struggles of the nation. Today, Israel continues to grapple with conflicts and threats, mirroring its biblical past. The stories of ancient Israel serve as a reminder of the nation's enduring spirit and its ability to persist through trials. So, as we delve into the history of Israel being attacked in the Bible, we find that it's not just a story of the past, but a reflection of the ongoing narrative. This exploration of biblical history is not merely an academic exercise, but a journey that allows us to better understand the world we live in today and the recurring themes of human history, faith, and resilience. The land of Israel, a place of promise, was also a land of conflict. This statement holds true as we journey through the annals of biblical history, where we find Israel at the heart of numerous early attacks. Our story begins in Egypt, where the Israelites were enslaved for more than 400 years. This was a time of grinding hardship and ceaseless toil, but also of prophetic promise. Amidst the harsh reality of their bondage, the Israelites held on to the promise of a deliverer, a promise that was fulfilled in the person of Moses. Through miraculous displays of divine power, Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt, marking the beginning of their journey to the promised land. However, the journey was not a leisurely stroll through the desert. The Israelites faced numerous obstacles, not least of which were the attacks from hostile tribes. Take, for instance, the Amalekites, who attacked the weary and straggling Israelites in the desert. Yet, even in the face of such opposition, the Israelites, led by Joshua, prevailed. Upon reaching the borders of the Promised Land, the Israelites faced another hurdle: the Canaanite tribes. The Canaanites were well established and formidable, occupying the land that God had promised to the Israelites. This led to a series of battles, where the Israelites, under the leadership of Joshua and later the judges, fought to claim their promised inheritance. Through all these struggles, the Israelites never lost their faith in God. Their trust in His promises gave them the strength to withstand the early attacks. The battles they fought were not just physical, but also spiritual, serving as a testament to their unyielding faith. These early attacks on Israel paint a picture of a nation under siege, yet never defeated. The Israelites faced slavery, hostile tribes, and the formidable Canaanites, but through it all they remained resilient. Their resilience was not born out of human strength, but out of faith in the divine promise. Despite these early attacks, the nation of Israel did not just survive. It thrived, underlining the power of resilience and faith. The trials of Israel did not end with the Canaanites. The Babylonians and Assyrians were yet to make their move. The power dynamics of the ancient world were in constant flux, and the Israelites found themselves caught in the crossfire of mighty empires. The mighty Babylonians and Assyrians, each in their time, set their sights on the land of Israel. The Assyrians, known for their military prowess and ruthless tactics, were the first to strike. Under the reign of Tiglath-Pileser III, they invaded Israel, ransacking the cities and carrying away captives. This marked the beginning of a dark chapter in Israel's history. the exile of the 10 northern tribes, an event that has left an indelible mark on Jewish memory. Yet this was just the beginning. A century later, the Babylonians, under the rule of Nebuchadnezzar, marched on Jerusalem. The city was besieged, the temple destroyed, and the inhabitants exiled to Babylon. The Israelites were now a people without a land, living in the heart of their enemy's territory. But amidst this turmoil and despair, the prophets of Israel spoke of hope and redemption. They saw these events not merely as political happenings, but as part of a divine plan. They prophesied the return of the exiles and the rebuilding of Jerusalem. And indeed, the Israelites held on to these prophecies with unwavering faith. As foretold, the exiles did return. Under the leadership of Ezra and Nehemiah, they rebuilt the walls of Jerusalem and restored the temple. They reclaimed their identity and re-established their faith. This return from exile, known as the Babylonian captivity, became a central theme in Jewish thought and spirituality. In the face of immense adversity, Israel stood firm, holding on to their faith and their identity. Their trials were severe, their enemies formidable. But through it all, they remained steadfast, their faith serving as their compass in a world of shifting alliances and relentless power struggles. The Babylonian and Assyrian attacks were but chapters in their enduring narrative, a testament to their resilience and their unwavering commitment to their faith. The Roman Empire, a force unlike any other, set its sights on the land of promise. A titan of its time, Rome was renowned for its military might and expansive rule. The Romans, however, were not merely conquerors. They were builders, lawmakers, and shapers of the world as we know it today. But their interaction with Israel was not one of mutual respect or coexistence. It was a saga of conquest, destruction, and dispersion. In the 1st century BC, the Romans annexed the kingdom of Judea, marking the beginning of a tumultuous period for the Jewish people. Over time, tensions between the Romans and the Jews escalated, culminating in a series of Jewish-Roman wars. The most devastating of these conflicts was the Great Revolt of the Jews against Rome, which began in the year 66 AD. This revolt resulted in one of the most catastrophic events in Jewish history, the destruction of the Second Temple. This was not just a physical loss, but also a spiritual one. The temple was the heart of Jewish life, the place where God dwelt among his people. Its destruction was a severe blow to the Jewish faith and identity. The prophets of the Old Testament had spoken of such calamities, warning the people of their impending doom if they did not turn back to God. These events were seen as the fulfillment of those dire prophecies, etching a deep scar into the collective memory of the Jewish people. The aftermath of the revolt led to what is known as the diaspora, the dispersal of the Jews from their homeland. Forced to flee, the Jews scattered across the Roman Empire and beyond. Yet, in their exile, they clung tightly to their faith and identity, maintaining their traditions and laws. The Roman invasion and the subsequent dispersion of the Jews had far-reaching implications. It shaped the course of Jewish history and influenced the development of Christianity, which emerged during this period. It also underscored the enduring resilience of the Jewish people in the face of adversity. Though scattered, the people of Israel held on to their faith, their identity, and the hope of return. They persevered, believing in the promises of restoration and redemption found in their sacred texts. Their story serves as a testament to the power of faith and the indomitable spirit of a people determined to survive. Fast forward to today, and we see that the challenges faced by Israel are not a thing of the past. The echoes of its biblical history reverberate in the present, underscoring the cyclical nature of history and the enduring resilience of the Israeli people. Modern-day Israel, much like its biblical counterpart, grapples with conflict and adversity. The nation is often at the epicenter of geopolitical tensions, and its people continue to face trials that test their faith and fortitude, mirroring the struggles of their ancestors. They are the living testament to the age-old stories inscribed in the Bible. The parallels between the past and the present are striking. Just as the Israelites of the Bible faced invasions from the Babylonians and Assyrians, the present-day state of Israel confronts challenges that threaten its existence. The echoes of ancient battles are heard in the modern conflicts that unfold in the very same lands. Yet, amidst these trials, the spirit of the Israeli people remains unbroken. Their resilience mirrors that of their biblical forebears who, despite facing immense trials, remained steadfast in their faith and identity. This enduring spirit, rooted in biblical history, is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of faith. The story of Israel is not just a tale of conflict and struggle, but also one of survival and resilience. It's a narrative of a people who, despite the odds, have managed to preserve their faith and identity, much like their ancestors did thousands of years ago. These parallels serve as a reminder of the relevance of biblical history in our contemporary world. They underscore the timeless lessons we can learn from the past, the importance of resilience, the power of faith, and the enduring nature of our identity. The biblical history of Israel, its trials, its faith, and its resilience, continues to be relevant today, reminding us that history often repeats itself, but hope and faith always endure.